Hey everyone, welcome in. My name is Angie Norris and you're on my YouTube channel 60 and a Senior. So today I'm going to be doing a video a little bit different. On this channel we talk about bookish things. I record videos about my TBR list where we let the jar prompts choose my TBR list. Oh guys, I got me some new cards. I saw these on Instagram or Facebook and I took a chance. I don't like normally order stuff off Facebook, but I did order these and it's called Reader Roulette. And I'm gonna use these for the month of October. So they're cards that you can shuffle and choose that have prompts on them. So I was using my jar prompts. But anyway, during the month of August, I did something different. I read books that I had been gifted. I was trying to catch up on some of the books that I had been gifted. And I did read 11 books in August. So at the end of August, I recorded my September TBR list. I did the jar prompts. And, you know, I've been averaging 7 to 10 books a month. And so I thought, well, we'll choose 7. I had a book club book that I had to work in there. So I had a total of 8 books on my TBR for September. And y'all, of that TBR list, I've read 1. Now I've read, how many have I read? 1, 2. I've read 3 books. 3. And it's September the 14th. I just am struggling this month. So, and 2 of the 3 books that I read, one was an audio book that I started. I always try to keep an audio book going, and it may or may not be on my TBR list if I can get it to coincide with my physical books, or that's on my TBR list, I will. But I always like to have something to listen to in the car or listen to, put my, AirPods in and listen to when I'm up doing housework or cooking supper or whatever. But I started this audio book the end of August and finished it September 2nd. So that was my first finished book in September. And that was All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. And I'm going to do a book review on that later. That's an extremely long book with a lot of short chapters. And I did give it a 4-star rating, but it just took me so long to get through that book. And then the second book that I finished in the month of September was a physical book. And I actually started this book the end of August, August the 30th. And that was The Story She Left Behind by Patty Callahan Henry. I started reading it in August because it was on my TBR of gifted books for August. So I thought I really want to read it. So I did start it, but I didn't finish it until September 8th. And then the third book that I have finished so far. Now, I did like The Story She Left Behind. It is a historical fiction. It wasn't my favorite. I gave it a 3.5 stars. And then the third book that I have finished so far this month is another book for a book club. And it's an annotated book club that I belong to. So it was not my choice. It was a book that someone passed along to me. And the name of the book is Neighbors by Danielle Steele. Now, I may have read some Danielle Steele when I was in high school or in my 20s. I'm 60. I know she's been around for a long time. This was not my favorite book either. And I think because I was having to annotate it and I wasn't enjoying it, I would read a chapter and I was like, I just got to put that down. And I currently don't have an audiobook going. I've got to find one. But I don't know. It's like the 14th of September. And I've only read 3 books. Three. And I thought I would at least have read 5 by now, you know, because my goal, well, on my TBR list was 8, but I was hoping I would read 10. And I'm just not, and of my TBR list, I've only read 1, and that was this Neighbors book by Danielle Steele. I just started today's the 14th, so 5 days ago, on the 9th, I started my 4th book, which is Beach Read by Emily Henry. And it's a paperback, you know. This is my first book by her. And I'm struggling to get into this one. It's like a rom-com thing, and that's not my favorite genre either. But I'm reading it. So I hope that maybe one of these books that I pick up next is going to pique my interest more. But here's the rest of what's on my TBR that I haven't even picked up. So of these, you guys tell me which one I should pick up next that you think will get me out of this September slump. So here are my choices. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, which is a classic. A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. That's a banned book. I think it's dystopian. It's definitely a classic, but it's a banned book. I'm reading Beach Read. The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. This is an author that I have not read, but I have heard wonderful things about. So I'm kind of excited about that one. The Echo of Old Books by Barbara Davis. It's a historical fiction. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. And I have read a couple of Frida McFadden's, and they were okay. Or maybe I've only read one. I can't remember. But anyway. A memoir by Valerie Bertinelli entitled Enough Already. So I'm reading Beach Read. So out of 6 choices. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle, which is a banned book. It's also a classic. I think it's dystopian. The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. The Echo of Old Books by Barbara Davis, historical fiction. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, or Enough Already, a memoir by Valerie Bertinelli. So of those 6 books, y'all tell me what I need to pick up next to get me out of the September slump. Let me know. Drop it in the comments below. Y'all have a great day.